I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and welcome back to another Pokemon 2 CAS video. So, today we are going to be turning Mothim into a sim. I hope I'm saying that right. But it seems like one of the easier ones to pronounce, but sometimes then those end up being the ones that are like got some weird saying behind it. But it's one of the Pokemon that I personally am not that familiar with. I knew going into making this Pokemon that it was one of the ones that depended on gender. Like the Pokemon it evolved from had to be a certain gender to evolve into this form. And as you could probably tell already, it was a male. So Mothim only is a male Pokemon. It's from Gen 4, which is one of the gens that I'm not very familiar with. But yeah, so it evolves from Burmy, I think is how is it said, which is like a caterpillar-like thing, but it like covers itself up in leaves and other things depending on, I think it's depending on the battle or something, like where they last or where things, but most of the time you see the grass like coverings where it's got leaves and stuff on it. That's the most common one I see, and I think that's the most common one in general. So you should be seeing a picture of the Pokemon in the bottom left corner for those of you who are not as familiar with Pokemon themselves, but you like watching Sims related things. That is down there as a little reference image for you. Like I said, I'm not as familiar with this Pokemon, and this was actually one of them that I sort of went to a number generator and put 1 through 800 and some. I forget exactly what the number of Pokemon is. But I put in those numbers and then randomized it, and this was one of the ones that came up. So, here I am making Mothim now. And I will say with Mothim, I didn't fully know what direction I wanted to go in. Especially during Series 2, I've been trying to play around and experiment a little bit more and try to get out of the norms of what I usually do for these Pokemon to create a sim little creations have going on. So, I will say probably though, out of all of them, this is probably the one that going in, I really did not have much of a direction, and even as I was making this I still wasn't really sure where I came from. This is probably one of the ones that was like probably gonna, like, I still think that it turned out really well. I like the sim, and he's honestly adorable in some ways, but I just overall wasn't happy with it. I think it's partially because I really didn't, the whole time I wasn't clicking, like, with some of them, like, I knew going in what some of the things I immediately wanted to try, or at least a theme, or, you know, sort of dress style that I wanted to go for, and, like, certain hairs, like, I for surely want to do, like, a ponytail, or pigtails, or very short hair, or long hair, but with this one, I didn't know. The hair I ultimately chose, I did it partially because I did want to try to make a darker sim. This is one of the few Pokemon that actually has a darker color on, like, the base of the Pokemon and not one of those lighter colors that a lot of the Pokemon have, especially water-type Pokemon. And with skin tone, I do try to, like, go remotely close to something that is on the Pokemon or, like, represent something on the Pokemon. So a lot of times I do have some of those paler-looking Sims, and I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently in my videos. But it is one of those things that I don't want to just stick to that same color of skin tones. So I did try some tans just to see, because the oranges and yellows that he sort of have a tannish tint to them in a way, so I did try that just to see what it looked like. Ultimately, I chose to go with more of a darker skin tone, and that hair did fit with him, and with the fact that on the edge of the wings has the way that the edge of the wings are, and basically because there's like these two antenna things coming from the head, ultimately I figured something like this that is sort of a pigtail style. Sorry, I actually recently had work done on my teeth again, because I wasn't the best at keeping up with my teeth in my younger years, and even into my teen years when my adult teeth were coming on, and I'm paying the price now, and I didn't have insurance for years, for at least dentist insurance anyway. So, there's been a lot of work going on. I have one more thing that I'm going to be able to do this year, and then I can't do anything more because of my insurance, but, And this one's bothering me more than I thought it was, but I've literally edited every video that I can, other than adding the voiceovers to them. So here I am, trying to make it through the voiceover. So I really apologize, because some words I may like stutter or stop on because of that. But anyway, so yeah, the hair was one of the only things that, like, as I picked it, just sort of, I think, settled right with me. Everything else was just like, okay, yeah, this sort of works. This is nice. This is... So I admit this is probably, overall excitement level, probably my lowest one out of all of these Pokemon. I'm really sorry if this ends up being one of your favorite Pokemon and you were looking forward to seeing how Mothim turned out as a sim for, like, with me creating it. But there's a lot of them I go in, like, super excited, or some of them, like, as I'm doing it, just things are clicking in my head. This one was, like, things were clicking, but not, like, a quick click. It was more of just, like, yeah, that works. And ultimately, like I said, I still like how the sim turned out. And in the screenshots, I think the screenshots actually show the sim off better, and I really like them. But yeah, overall, it's still not 100%. I don't know, something is just not fully clicking for me of this sim. But I still hope you still like the sim to some degree. Maybe you actually like how the sim turned out more than I did, compared to the actual Pokemon that I was supposed to be representing. If you did like this sim and you liked the video, please hit that lovely like button and all that lovely YouTube goodiness. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!